So let's take a look at Hajime Isayama's top 3 favorite chapters he created for Attack on Titan, because he says it in this interview right here and it's really cool, so let's get into it. So in third place for his favorite chapter is chapter 100, and it's titled Declaration of War. So he says when he was planning the Marley arc, he wanted Eren and Reiner to eventually meet up with each other. And he says when he went to the editor's room to plan out the story, he told the editor that he thinks the story will go down in popularity if he does this. Because there was like a 9 chapter setup period before Eren could meet Reiner, and he thought that popularity would go down. And he says as expected, the popularity did go down for volume 23, but he was dedicated to depicting the scene of Eren and Reiner in the basement. Isayama says that in that moment, he thought he made Attack on Titan just to depict that scene, and he says he became very obsessed with his work, like very obsessed. He says whether it's a win or lose, or whether it's a profit or loss, he still wanted to make this scene. He says in that moment, he was happy he could dedicate himself to manga, and there was nobody more obsessed with his work than himself. But these were his thoughts on Declaration of War. Now on to spot number 2. At spot number 2, he has chapter 42, and it's titled Warrior. Isayama says he put a lot of thought into this moment of revealing how Reiner was a Titan shifter, because he already did the same thing in the past arc, the female Titan arc. He says he didn't know how to do this reveal, and he spent 2 days locked in the studio just trying to figure it out. And Isayama says he was so exhausted that he made Reiner casually say, "I am the armored Titan." And he says what made him like this decision even more is that when his assistant read the script, he was shocked by it. The assistant liked it so much that Isayama decided to keep it. And what's really funny is that Isayama was thrilled by this feedback, but he just acted shy and nonchalant about it. That was number 2. Now on to spot number 1. And Isayama's number 1 favorite chapter of Attack on Titan is chapter 71, Bystander. He says this chapter was very dull, but it's his favorite, and he doesn't know how to explain it. He says he really liked how he combined 2 characters in the story and made them one, Commander Shadis and the commander from chapter 1 of AOT. He says they were originally 2 characters, but he found a way to make them one, and he says he really likes this. He says he really likes the foreshadowings throughout the story and how they built up to this moment, and they paid off. And the full interview is right here if you want to read it completely and understand his thoughts. But I really like this interview of Isayama telling us his 3 favorite chapters, guys. Let me know, what did you think of it? Did you not like it? Did you like it? Just let me know all your thoughts.